Everybody, I hope you're doing well. Look on the screen. It is Deborah and Carlos Santana. He's the famous musician, Carlos Santana, and his wife. She currently has a new book out. I hope and trust that it does well for her. And she talks about in the book how when she decided to leave her 34-year marriage. Here it says Deborah Santana has an empowering new book on the way. In her upcoming memoir, Loving the Fire, Choosing Me, Finding Freedom, the author and activist opens up about love, life, and finding her purpose. In an exclusive excerpt, Deborah looks back on the night. Wow, she left her 34-year marriage to musician Carlos Santana. So that's coming out. 34 years. And notice it says here, what is it? The upcoming memoir, the title, Love in the Fire, Choosing Me, Finding Freedom. Wow. In marriages, I think women definitely do give a lot. More givers, I think, than takers. And sometimes, every now and then, you find a reverse. But typically, that rings true. This day and age, talk about a trust factor. It's very difficult to really trust anyone. Oh, yes. Now let's talk about it. This lady, we're not friends. So I'm just going to say, I call her an acquaintance. In an older marriage, you think, oh, things may be okay. Older couple, oh, yeah, nothing to worry about. They know each other. They're used to each other. Yep, yep. But guess what? People change. Oh, people will change on a dime. People change how they operate, how they see you, how they think, and behaviors change. So, a little bit of background on this situation, on this relationship, this marriage. Um, Older couple, they've been married for quite some time, and recently they had one of those blow ups. You know what I mean? And when I say blow up, a major blow up, because being married all the time, they've had problems, which is common. It does happen, but it's like things that happened maybe 10 years ago, then 7 and 5 years ago, things like that. And it's like, if it's a pattern, that's who the player is. Sometimes these husbands, they want to be a husband when it's time for the holidays and for business, but then he wants to be for the streets. So they do the switcheroo thing. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. Even though people say, "Oh, we forgave and moved on," okay, but that it's still there. You see what I'm saying? And it's not a one-time thing, or he want to hang out in the streets. It's like, are you kidding me? So they had something came up, and they had been going at it, really going at it. I mean, it was on and popping, and all of a sudden, he starts to, what they call it, love bomb. She didn't use that term, but that's what it is. So all of a sudden, he was like, honey, he's like, we need to calm down. We're going to communicate with each other. We are too old to letting people and things come between us. Well, first of all, the people and things that's coming between us, if he's got a side chick or had a side chick and or caught trying to get a new side chick, no, 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 no. You're what's coming between us because you've let the stranger in. Let's be real about that. Okay? I don't care if a woman comes up to him and want to, oh, you're so handsome. I get your phone number. You can smile, whatever. But if you start giving the phone number out and communicating, and you can't say that you are married, then yeah, it's how you respond to it. So, in my opinion, he let the stranger in. So they're having a big blow up, and it's like this tension. This is nothing new. Okay, it's tension, yada yada. All of a sudden, he's like, we need to learn to communicate. So he starts like, she's sitting down, like, have a seat. And he's like, we just need to learn to talk about things, calm down, and we're going to talk. And he's like, all of a sudden starts rubbing her feet, giving her a foot massage. See, we just need to communicate and calm down. And she's thinking, we've had a blow up before. What else is new? But she's thinking, wow. So all of a sudden he started love bombing her for like over a week. So in her mind, she's like, wow, I feel better about things and we're talking and how I feel. He's love bombing her. Let me just take you out to a real nice one of your favorites. I know we hadn't planned on it, but I don't care. We'll use a credit card and we're going to go out. They don't have any financial issues that I know of. They seem to be quite comfortable. So he's love bombing her, and she'll wake up in the morning, she's in bed, he's already massaging her feet and being all loving and kind. And and this is kind of like not the norm for him. So he's love bombing her. You know what I mean? If I had time, I'd cook you breakfast in bed. But I tell you what, I'll do it this weekend as he's going to work. So he's just love bombing her, and babe, I got a surprise for you. I got us a reservation here. Everything is going great. So she's like, we're making progress. You know what I mean? He's all excited. And she's feeling good about things because he's now being more attentive to her. But the thing about it was, she's like, this is really typical, not him. And I guess you don't want to ruin a happy time. I totally get it. This is typical, not him. But guess what? It's him today. Typically not this guy, but it's him today. It sure is. Not him, but it's him today. I always follow your intuition. So I'm like, you being love bomb. That's what they call it. You being love bomb. And she's thinking he's just trying to keep the marriage on track. Like you said, they're getting too old. And you can't have people coming in between us. Uh-huh. She said something in her mind. Always trust the back of your mind, your first intuition, your women's intuition. Always trust it. So she's like, something in the back of her mind is telling her to check the bank account. And she doesn't check it because they do have an account with both the names on it. So something in the back of her mind is telling her, check the account, check the bank account, check it. And she didn't check it because all she knows, she's going to the store, she's doing some shopping, getting groceries, go shopping at the mall or online, getting gasoline, what have we, need some cash. The card is working. Okay, the card is working just fine, so it hasn't declined. So for some reason, she decides to go in his office and use the printer. She goes to use the printer, and I guess she was trying to multitask, but she failed at that because she didn't even put her document on the printer. She's like, "Oh, I did this," and then I got my phone, and she pressed copy. When she pressed copy, she didn't have her document on there. You up there on the phone multitasking. But something came out on the machine. Want to know what came out on the machine? Heartbreaking. They already have I guess, a power of attorney on each other. What came out on the machine, he had removed her as a power of attorney as far as banking, medical, the whole 9 yards. He removed her as power of attorney. So when she pressed the copy, that's what came out. Then you lift it up. There's a document on the screen already. So you already pressed copy. You were on the phone. Pay attention. Good thing she did that, though. Didn't discuss it. Now she's like shocked. She starts to look over the desk. They have a post-nup, which I was so surprised. She starts to look over it because I'm like, that you've been with him when he didn't have nothing. So, post-nup. Oh, okay. I got you, girl. I see him. He's pulled the post-nup out. Wait a minute. Not done. Look up again. He has pulled out. She happened to see on the desk. She said in the was a post-nup. Open the drawer up. There is a whole new bank account that she didn't know anything about. Hmm. Mm-hmm. A whole new bank account that she knows nothing about. So now she's checking. He's been transferring thousands of dollars from their account to that account slowly. So he's making sure to keep some in there. I guess not taking it all, it's going to cause her an alarm. Why would that man have a whole new bank account that she doesn't know about, hasn't disclosed? Why is the post nubbed out? But he love bombed her. You know what time it is, right? You know what time it is. What time it is? He's planning. Mm-hmm. What time it is? He's planning. Even the older cat. And again, when I saw this, it made me think about a 34-year marriage. I imagine a whole lot is going on. And that's what made me think about this situation. Married that long, and you think you know somebody? And what does this book say? Again, this is not them. I'm just letting you know. I found this very interesting. Loving the fire, choosing me, finding freedom. A 34-year marriage, and she chose to walk away. Interesting. This right here, I don't think they're 34, but they might be close to it. Why are those things put out? He's planning. So what he's doing, he's love bombing. He is love bombing. Exactly what he's doing. Why he's making moves. He cannot be trusted. So if he's been a cheater, he's not just a cheater in the marriage all around. He is pulling out information, and it was like, wow, he's making a plan. My honest opinion, I think he probably planning to divorce her. Love bomb her, get your defenses down, and you're thinking, because we're emotional creatures. And see, this lady, I respect her for making her change like that, because a lot of people, because they've been in it for so long, like he was saying, we're too old for this. And then that's the part that is so shocking. Again, this is a different couple, the love bombing. That's the part that's so shocking. We're too old, like people coming between us. So he is loving bombing this woman, the couple I'm referring to, not them on the screen, love bombing this woman, and at the same time, he's making plans. He has to be. Why is the posting about? Why do you remove as a power attorney? Why do you have a whole new bank account? So even now, when these husbands be love bombing, and you're thinking, oh, he's trying to get right on track, I'm just going to forgive about that argument or what he did, and we're just going to go ahead and move on. Keep in mind, he might be planning to move on. So I thought about it. Can you imagine after he love bombed, what if she gets served some papers? She'll be devastated. So the love in these relationships, the love, when so much goes wrong, either accept it or move on. It's one or two things. What you may be thinking, other person thinking a whole other thing. So like I said, what it doesn't, it's counterproductive. He's love bombing her over there, but look what he's doing. This is, in my opinion, it's planned. I think he's making an exit strategy, and it's going to catch her off guard. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Again, her book is coming out, Deborah Santana, A 34-Year Marriage. I'm sure that's going to be interesting. But again, the title of it, Loving the Fire, Choosing Me, Finding Freedom. Because in so many cases, and most of the time, the women are choosing to make the man happy. And that's really not freedom. You're having to be a certain way to go ahead and keep things together based on what he wants. It should be what we want, not what he wants. Let me know what you think about this video. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.